Hi everyone! So today I will be answering the most frequently asked questions that you guys have asked me, and I usually would see this question all over and over again on my YouTube comment box, Facebook, and that is a question of, did my hair stop growing because it has been in this length for how many months now? Or some of you have been telling me you have been waiting for months and you don't really see that your hair is growing. So in here I have listed in here the potential reasons why your hair stopped growing or the causes of why your hair is growing slow. So the first thing that you guys have to understand is, number one, our hair goes through phases. Now the first phase that our hair goes through is through the anagen phase, and then the catagen phase, and then the telogen phase, which I'm actually going to explain, and then the exogen phase. Now the anagen phase is where it's a growth stage, or it's a growth period of your hair. The catagen phase is the stage where, you know, it's a transitional period of your hair. And the telogen phase, which I'm going to be expounding, is the resting phase, or to where your hair actually falls out. And then the exogen is the new hair phase. Now, okay, let me explain the telogen phase, because probably if your hair is not growing, or this could be the reason why. Now, telogen is a resting phase period, as I've said, that usually lasts about 1 to 4 months. This is a stage when your hair is released and falls out. And the follicle then remains inactive for 3 months or 4 months, and then the whole process is repeated. Now, each hair follicle is independent and goes through the growth cycle at different times, because if our whole hair follicles go through the same cycle, we would be bald. Instead, you only shed a certain number of hairs per day, and that would be up to 50 or to 100 strands per day on a healthy head of hair. I think I could definitely relate to this, just because when I was trying to grow out my hair back then as well, I had this certain stage and period to where I just feel like my hair wasn't growing fast or anything, that it actually just stayed here for like a really long time, until I saw, like, after several months, I saw like the progress that my hair has been growing faster. So probably I was in that phase. I was just going through a cycle. So you guys, don't get frustrated or be impatient. Probably you are going through this cycle. Probably you're in the telogen stage, so be patient with it. Now the second one is genetics. Now some people can grow out their hair without any damage, with no complication, down to their feet, just like Rapunzel. That's because it's in their genes, while some people can only grow hair at a certain length. But here's the thing, according to Dr. James C. Morota, he's a plastic surgeon and he's a hair restoration specialist. He said that this does not mean that hair always stops growing once it reaches a specific length, but once a certain amount of time passed, the growth phase is largely determined by genetics and typically lasts between 2 to 6 years. So basically your genetics really plays a huge role as well. And number 3 is hormones. I actually mentioned this before. Now hormones has the ability to actually promote hair growth, and it also has the ability, once your hormones get imbalanced, it can make your hair fall out. You can have hair loss. And number 4 is diet and nutrition. Now this is probably one of the main factors as well in helping you grow healthy long hair. Now if you have a healthy body, everything in you is going to be healthy. Your hair is going to be healthy. It can be seen on your face, on your skin, on your nails. It's best to ask your nutritionist on concerning the vitamins and, you know, all the vitamins, the minerals that your body is lacking. Also regarding nutrition, if you are not into supplements, you can actually eat fruits and vegetables that are rich in vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin C. Basically, the family of Bs, you definitely need them. They play a huge role in growing out your hair long and healthy. And also biotin. The thing with me though is I really like supplements, just because I know that I don't eat that much fruits and vegetables. Like, I don't consume a lot of them every single day. So that's why I take in vitamins. If you are following a specific diet, I'm not saying that you should stop it or anything, but to some of you, you actually messaged me like, you know, you just noticed that your hair starts falling out. Now I actually found an article right here, and it says, hair loss, hair thinning, and problems with hair growth occurs when your hair growth cycle is disrupted. So it really goes back with a cycle again, with our hair cycle. This can be triggered by such conditions such as metabolic imbalance, illness, or improper nutrition. For instance, 6 weeks after restrictive dieting or a high fever, you can experience telogen effluvium. Correct me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. It's a diffuse hair fall. This usually occurs when your anagen phase is cut short and many hairs enter the telogen phase all at the same time. And if your hair growth cycle is constantly challenged or not supported, you may find that your hair won't grow as long as it used to be. This is because your hairs are never allowed to stay in the anagen or growing phase long enough for your hairs to reach the desired length. Number 5 is breakage and split ends. Now, you won't really notice the growth of your hair if your hair keeps on breaking. Now, I'm fully aware that our hair grows from on top of our scalp and not really from the bottom. But if the bottom of your hair is weak and if your ends keeps on breaking, you won't really see much of your progress if you're trying to grow out your hair. So moisturizing your hair would really help. Number 6 is scalp infections or any scalp problem. As I've said, healthy scalp leads to a healthy hair growth. So definitely take care of your scalp. Now, if you have dandruff or product buildup, that really hinders your hair to grow. You know, and also ringworms, if you have psoriasis or eczema, or if you scar your scalp due to a particular tight hairstyle. And also chemicals that you use in your hair, especially if you're bleaching your hair and if you're bleaching near your scalp, you have to be extra careful, and also with the dye as well. That's why it's not advisable to put the dye directly onto your scalp. Also rebonds and perms, and also there's a tendency that they said that if you scar your scalp, your hair might not grow back. So definitely take care of your scalp. It is very important. It's basically where your hair is rooted and grounded. So lastly, number 7 is health condition and stress. Let me read you an article here. It says that high levels of stress can also cause your hair growth to stop. Physical and emotional stress can cause you to lose hair, which I've actually tackled this and mentioned this before on my video on the causes of hair loss. And the medical condition telogen effluvium, this is the hair face again that we just talked about a while ago, can develop as a consequence of severe mental stress. And also if you have alopecia. Now, alopecia areata is a condition of the scalp to where it actually leaves patches on your scalp. It basically creates bald spots in your scalp. It's also quite hereditary. This is also the reason why your hair is falling, your hair is thinning, and this can also cause your hair to stop growing. In most cases, I've researched that people who have alopecia, yes, you have the potential to grow your hair back as soon as your hair growth cycle moves. So after the telogen stage, there's the exogen to where, you know, the new hair phase, and then it goes back to the anagen phase to where your hair is eventually going to grow back again. I think just the basic understanding of, you know, that our hair goes through phases is going to help you a lot not to stress about, you know, your hair. It's going to help you be more patient with your hair growth journey. So I hope that this answered your question, and I hope that this video was helpful to you guys. So next week I'm going to post more back to school videos since you guys have requested it. So I will see you all on my next video. Bye!